Before I actually start this video, I was listed in kind of a big collage that this girl put together, and she put it together pretty fucking well. Her channel goes by the name Christide. I think that's how you pronounce it, but you know, it felt pretty nice to be mentioned in the video, and I would definitely recommend checking out some of her content. She only has 2 videos up right now, but you know, I think she's gonna make a lot more content in the future. Anyway, on to the video. Jiminy Crickets, we're still doing this, I guess. There's no secret to the Illuminati situation, which has been transpiring for the past, what is it, like 2-3 weeks maybe? You know, she's a shitty person, end of the story. But Wonder came out with a video, I think a few days ago at this point. And I had listened and watched the whole thing like 3 to 5 times. Pretty much everything still stands from before, with some maybe slight corrections. But you know, Blair is still a shitty person, and there's no getting around that. And you know, she is very slowly fading to obscurity. Before all this drama, she had a total of nearly 2 million subscribers, and she's lost like over 400,000 by this point. Now, the last Illuminati video I made, I said that would be my last Illuminati video, but this is for sure going to be my last, because it's just something I want to talk about just a little bit more. This channel, its sole purpose, it's not like a drama channel. I guess you could call it commentary. Actually, I call it off the cuff commentary in my channel description. And this is all just kind of a placeholder while I work on bigger projects that I'm still trying to find what I want to do for that. Like that Undertale video I made a few days ago. It's like, that video wasn't very popular at all, and it was kind of a troll. And the dude who made the original video, he said it was a troll, and I knew it was a troll. So, you know, it was kind of a meme video, but you know, I did have fun making it. So if you're here because you like drama, I'm probably not the person that you want to maybe come to the most. If you like my content because you like the way I construct my content, feel free to stick around. But you know, I'm not a drama channel. I just do whatever I want. Anyway, so Wonder came up with a video a few days ago that's like an hour and a half long. And if you're not up to speed by this, which you probably should be, Illuminati was exposed for being a shitty boss, shitty person, shitty everything, you know, literally going out of her way to dig up dirt on people, like literally from 10 plus years ago. Also, she liked to fake mental illnesses for some reason, and I don't know why you would ever do that. You know those kids in your school that like to fake that, oh, I have schizophrenia, oh, I'm depressed, or oh, I have DID. Yeah, shit like that. Blair was doing that with autism. For some reason, I don't know why you would ever want to fake being autistic. I have a lot of personal experience in my life with people who are autistic, younger, older. I have a fuck ton of brothers. A few of them are autistic. I have nephews and nieces. You know, it's not fun for them because they feel like they're not normal, and they feel in a way invalidated by people around them making fun of them for being different. Though me personally, I am neurodivergent. I was grown up with a very different set of ideals from this, so I might not feel the same way. But people who experience things like autism or neurodivergency on like a huge scale, they must feel awful when people like pretend to be autistic or, you know, have ADHD or shit like that, because point blank, it can be fucking terrible sometimes for mild cases, even such as myself. I can't imagine the more severe cases. So that's basically what Blair has been up to. She has lost a lot of subscribers, like I said earlier. Things aren't looking too good for her concurrently. Her view count is slowly dwindling, but you know, she's really choosing to ignore this, and that might be the correct play for her. I mean, to be fair, you have to give credit where it's due. She's literally just standing there taking all this punishment right up the ass, and she's just not doing anything about it. Which, you know, it could be the right play, but it might not be the right play because her subscriber count is dwindling quite a bit. Don't be mistaken, like 300 to like 500,000 people, that is a lot of people. Like 300 to 500,000 individuals. That's fucking nuts. And I feel like part of this comes from the fact that she's choosing to not address it, but it also comes from the fact that she's just getting wombo comboed in the most racist way possible. And when I say racist, I mean intense. I don't mean like actually like racist. Wonder's video was pretty interesting. It covered a lot of things, such as I showed a picture in my video a few weeks ago where it showed like the room that was supposedly used as storage. I thought that had been like actually a storage room. Turns out I was wrong, so that's my bad. But apparently Blair was like a genuine fucking slob, man. Like, I don't get I'm looking at all these pictures and I don't get how you like live like this. Granted, everyone in their life has at least had like one like dirty room. Like, my fucking desk is not the cleanest, but it's not like dirty. There's like a Gold Peak sweet tea thing on here, and there's like 2 empty water bottles. It's not terrible, but it's just kind of like whatever. Like, I've had outright near disgusting rooms when I was younger, and like I try to keep my rooms fairly clean, like decently clean, but sometimes I get busy and they start to accumulate like maybe clothes or trash, and then I have a designated day where I, always pick everything up. I can't have a lot of clutter around me because like if there's a lot of clutter around me, I just can't fucking do it. So I don't get how Blair wakes up in the morning, rolls off of her mattress into a pile of garbage, stands up, stretches, takes a good stretch, and then takes 2 steps forward and steps in an empty moldy Burger King cup and just like, oh, gee oh my. And then she continues on about her day like, how the fuck do you just do that? So Iilluminaughtii was a really, really shitty person towards Wonder. If you have watched or listened to the video more than a few times, or even just once, you would know that she treated Wonder like complete garbage. So in the video that Wonder made, he essentially addresses a few points or a few talking points that Iilluminaughtii made throughout the video. I'm going to get the stupidest one out of the way first, and that one being, the deadlines and the car. So first off, the deadlines. So Blair, or Iilluminaughtii, gave Wonder a few deadlines to edit a few videos from, I think it was around a few hours of footage, and she wanted him to compress it into like a 20-minute video from my understanding, and he was more than willing to complete this task and go through with it. However, his computer corrupted and his editing program got fucked, so he had to take his computer in to get fixed. Which, keep in mind, he would have had to fly to a completely different state, so he explained this to Blair, and she was like, okay, I'll extend your deadline. I think the deadline was like August 2nd. And she fires Wonder in that deadline. That is that's fucking stupid, okay? I'm not gonna say like, oh my god, that's terrible. Like, it's terrible, but it's more fucking stupid than anything. If you somehow don't understand it, let me put it like this. Let's say your English teacher gives you an assignment to write a poem. She works with you, or like he, they, whatever. They work with you on the assignment, and they're like, okay, the assignment is due in 2.5 weeks. Let's say the 2.5 weeks rolls by, and you give the teacher a note that explains that you will not be able to complete the assignment and asking for a deadline extension. The teacher agrees to give you a 2-day extension for the poem. And to figure out what happens, they decide to grade your poem along with the rest of the class, even though you got an explicit note that requested for an extension. It's like that. It's just fucking like dumb. Like, why, bro? And to me, it seems like Wonder was super compliant with all of like Blair's requests, despite the fact that Sad Milk did not make that much money. But, it was kind of like a fun thing, even though the money was a factor, but it wasn't the preliminary driving factor, if you know what I mean. So point blank, Blair was just being a fucking idiot, and there's no way getting around that. So the next thing is with the car. So Wonder mentions in his video that his therapist suggested that he essentially live in the car that Blair had bought for him. Now, keep in mind that Blair and Wonder were not exactly on the best terms as of late, even though they lived in the same house. And understandably, that caused Wonder quite a bit of stress. So he took his therapist's advice and essentially lived in the car. which I mean, like that's not like super normal, but he had to do it, and he had essentially no choice. So no fault against Wonder for kind of just doing what he had to. But Blair tried to spin it and twist it, like to make it look like Wonder was like a fucking slob or something. She also mentioned that the glove box compartment, like the compartment like holder, fell off. Like to open it, it's a piece of fucking plastic that's like maybe 2 inches thick at most, and the hinges are like a millimeter thick of fucking plastic. That's not the most sturdy thing on the planet, bro. You are not constructing a glove box out of fucking tools from Home Depot. You're not doing that. It's just not gonna be sturdy, and that's fine. It's not meant to hold super heavy things. These things happen sometimes. Also, the windshield was apparently cracked, and Wonder confirms this. But have you guys ever been driving and do you know how shit gets stuck in between semi tires? Yeah, that happened, and a rock flew from one of the tires, from what I understand, and it hit the windshield. It cracked. Boohoo. End of discussion. Unfortunate, but it happens. And it's way more common than people think. It's not uncommon for just random shit to get stuck underneath a semi. And Wonder was more than willing to go in and get it fixed, but Blair decided to repossess the car for some reason before he could go in and get it fixed. But, we're going to ignore that. That's fucking stupid. But the main thing is how much disarray that Blair had put Wonder under, or subjected him to. Because there are numerous times in this video where he like legitimately breaks down crying, and it's so like unsettling to see. Not because, oh, he's a man and he shouldn't cry. No, man. It's like seeing somebody break down and cry it's incredibly demoralizing, and it makes me just feel awful for said person. Looking at somebody who's like kind of known as more of a positive guy just break down and cry, it just does something to you. You know what I mean? Blair is just an all-around terrible individual, and she essentially made her mission to ruin Wonder's life. So far, she's not responded, and I don't think she's going to, because she's probably too afraid. But, I hope Wonder gets the help that he really does need and continues to do better. As for Blair, I hope she does better. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about. See ya.